Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll just bridge into there. The only thing is I don't know how hot this water's going to be. That's the issue with merging this water. It's not always going to be 30 degrees. Sometimes I'm going to get a hot bit from the toilets. So I kind of need this to go into the main pool, where I've got a much better average temperature. I think that makes sense. Then that makes sense. So I'm going to need another monster bit of piping. I'm probably going to run out of abyssite at this rate. I know we've got a shitload of abyssite, that's fine. The door will melt sooner or later. A wolframite door won't, donut. Nope. Not a wolframite one, buddy. It can withstand more than the magma can put out. So that's why we're using wolframite ones. That's the plan anyway. Okay. Then I can rip this pipe out. We'll use this water first, just to get this cleared, and then I can deconstruct this later. So it's about 30 degrees in there, it's similar sort of temperature, so... Can I just use door as a conducting rod? I can, but then I can't control my magma. The idea of the build is, or the idea that I had in mind when I built it, but poorly executed it, was that if I can keep my magma below a certain level, I might still be able to do it without too much trouble. Then I won't need to dig out my magma later. That is ideally what I'd like to do. That is what I'd like to do. Let's get in here quickly whilst it's dormant, so that I can rip open this wall for a second. It's probably a wee bit stinky in here. It's not too bad. It's just very toxic, that's fine. We've had worse. And then if I just merge into here, it should be fine, I think. Yeah, it should be fine. Don't know if I can build that bridge from outside, actually. Yeah, I can. So I don't need to deconstruct these walls. Stop that. Excellent. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be able to reach this stuff, I think. You have a room with like 300 kilos of polluted oxygen across 16 tiles. Nice. Won't the magma freeze into a tile using that conducting rod door idea? Exactly, Donut. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to avoid. So I'm probably going to rip this stuff out just for a moment whilst I figure out what I'm going to do. We can get in and out of here, so I'm not too worried. I can diagonal build into here, so I can fuck about with this a little bit. As long as I don't raise the liquid level too high and cook my pump. Not that this matters anymore, but if it boils into gold, it won't be the best. That should be fine. Then I'm going to have another band of cooling through here, which is why I'm trying to keep this area clear of pipes if I can. So I have another band of cooling here to keep our pumps from explodifying. And then we should be good. In fact, I could probably have just used the same band of cooling. Just get it out of this chamber and get it up here. But it's risky. So I'd rather use another band of cooling. Okay. So let me just think about this for a second. If I have liquid hot magma coming through this bottom tile, I could build a door here. Lifegrow, what are you building? Been sorting out my little one, so I haven't clocked on yet. I'm just in the midst of tinkering with the natural gas boiler, but I'm kind of building it blind without much planning, Larkin, so it's taking me a little bit of time. But, meh, yeah, meh. If you make the door out of tungsten, won't the magma on the right get heated by the geyser magma? What do you mean, Nalu? Sorry. This is what I'm trying to figure out at the minute how I want to do this. I want to keep the magma below a certain level, guys. That's the aim here, is to keep the magma that I allow in, that's going to transfer the temperature. I want to keep that threshold below 1700 kilos ish. If I can do that, then it won't solidify. What I can't think at the minute is in this space how I can do that effectively. That's what I'm struggling with a little bit. Just a smidgen, mind you. So what I want to be able to do is when the temperature gets too high, or when there's no oil on the plate, I want to shut the door. So there's no point me cooking the gas for no reason. How can I do that? With what I've got here, how can I do that? I think I need to just raise it up a level. As annoying as it's going to be, I think I need to either raise it up or drop it down a level. I'll drop it down. It won't take 2 seconds. It will give us more room to think. And we'll deconstruct these things as well. And some of you. How much does one space of liquid magma occupy? There you go. It depends how pressurized it is, as with all liquids in the game, but it doesn't want to be above sort of, as Meg said, 1840. But it will pressurize randomly, like 1822 here, 1547 in this tile, because technically surface tension's affecting it here. You know, 1100 over here, 1817, 1815, 1818, 1833, it fluctuates a little bit. So it's a bit of a tricky one. I've got to think about this a little bit. Let's get rid of you. I've not got power down here, have I? No. Oh, Coatsy. You've made a mistake. You bastard! You couldn't have just fell. You couldn't have just fell. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, dig the iron in the ruins out. We should probably go down and use this vacillator. Should we do that whilst we're here? I completely forgot to do it. I've been looking at the bastard like, I just wish it wasn't in my way. Oh, you were saying dig it out to get him out. Oh, I see. That would have made sense, actually. That would have made a lot of sense. Let's get rid of all this crap. Boop. So, how much more space do I want here? Like a few tiles here, ideally. Okay, I have a plan. I have an plan. Prior, whilst you're here, Whilst you're here, buddy. Come and have a little oil bath. He's scalding, and he's in an oil, and he's hot as fuck. But he's done it. Deeper diver's lungs. Incredible. Beautiful. I'll just wait for them to get these ladders built, because I'm going to extend this down a couple of tiles, and then I don't need to worry about moving my hot plate and stuff, then I could just move it from underneath. So it'll make life a lot easier. We start getting an excess of water again now, which is nice. So our steam guys is going, it's melting stuff. I'm hoping we've not got pools of water all over the base, but it is a probability. Possibility, rather. Still getting meal lice in this fucking room. I don't want them. I think it's just they're not eating as much as I thought they would, but meh. I think when I tried melting ruins in debug, it broke the game. Yeah. Special damage will not work too, but they've tried that. They just need to be removed. They just need to be removed from the game. Nobody likes ruins. Apart from the goody ruins, like the Vacillator and stuff. Nobody likes ruins. If they gave us just the AETN and a couple of other bits, we'd all be happy. Like AETN and Vacillator, and that would tick all the boxes, I think. But no, we have to get bowls of fruit. Nobody likes fruit. Nobody. It's next active in 20 cycles, that's pretty cool. Right, so I'm going to just drop this down a few tiles. I'll do all this with normal tiles. And I'm going to dig out all this crap here as well. Okay, so now that's done, we can get rid of you and you. Of course, you don't forget the guys. Yeah, I know. It should be okay. I think it's covered enough to not output, I hope. It should be fine. We'll see if any hydrogen comes out now. No, it's fine. They should make it so a full-skill builder can deconstruct them. That's a great idea, Max. That is a good idea. Why do I turn that on? I just want to deconstruct. And also, there's probably wiring in there, isn't there, as well? Let's take everything out of these stinking ruins. Gimme! Let's dig that down there. Right. I need to go one lower, and then we're good to go, I think. And I'll dig it out from the inside then. Just delete them from the world gen. Yeah, but not everybody wants to dick about with the world gen files, though, Blue. That's the thing. Not everybody wants to do that. I don't want to do that. Should be able to hop across here, no problem. Do these last bits for me. Can still hop out. They can't get back up this way now, though. That's the only thing, but it's fine. We're about done down here now. So, let's get in here a minute. I'm going to have to build out again, which is a little bit annoying. But we'll do that. Get rid of all this stuff as well. Get the ATN spawn, delete every room and tile it came with too. Got a magma volcano. Do you think building a steam turbine on it would work well? Steam turbines are a little bit funny at the minute, but yeah, you can get them to work. They just take a little bit of effort. There's a few ways of doing it. They all take a lot of effort to get up and running, but they do work. They're just a bit of a faff. They're just a bit of a faff. Put it this way, I don't think I've done a single steam turbine build on stream yet. That's how much of a faff they are. Now then, so what have we got there? Metal plate will be there. Oh, I'm still not going to have enough room. I need to go one lower. I've messed around with them in debug before. I would recommend that, yeah, because they don't behave as you think they would in a lot of cases. They do have a bit of a mind of their own sometimes. As in terms of, I'm actually waffling shit 'cause I'm thinking about stuff. They're just a bit of a pain to set up properly because they take an awful lot of energy out of your steam, meaning that you need to either reboil your steam or heat them externally. My favourite method of tinkering with them in debug at the minute is running hot materials behind them on conveyor lines. That seems to work pretty well. So like get some, like I was showing before with the igneous rock, get something like that and run it behind the steam turbines to keep them hot. And you can run it through your steam that comes out at the top as well. That works pretty nicely. But yeah, there's loads of different builds that people have tinkered with now on the forums. And Wachunga showed one today that I hadn't done before. He showed one on Discord, I mentioned it earlier, where he's actually recondensing the water using aqua tuners, turning it back into water and then heating the water again. Which is incredibly inefficient, but I think he wanted to do it as like a proof of concept. Which I am all for, that's some good shit. Samat, are you okay? You can get out of there, okay? Right, whilst we're doing that, let's think about the ventilation stuff up here. I'm probably going to want a few pumps in here, but I'm not going to go for a silly amount of throughput. Maybe like 2 kilos, something like that. But I'll put in enough pumps to cover 3 kilos, I think. That should be enough. I think. So we'll do something like this. We're going to need a full circuit down here before we're finished, I would imagine. Oh, Vagane, how are you, buddy? Sorry, I didn't see you come in there, mate. How's it going? We're probably not going to put 3 kilos through this. It'll be silly amounts, but just in case. Okay, I should have given myself enough room now. That was just poor planning on my part, but it should be better now. I might just dig through here and drain away some of this oil, because it's just in the way. And we can get this tile gone. All this to cook oil. Lachi, when you're cooking oil, you've got a lot of power. That's the only thing. Cooking oil gives you a lot of power. Plus the extra resource you get off it as well. And to be honest, one of the main reasons I'm doing this is so that I can fucking feed my slicksters to take carbon dioxide and make more oil. So, yeah, it's worth it. It is worth it. So. So. I should have enough room to do this how I'm meant to do this now. It should work better. Still don't quite know how I'm going to crack this open. I think that's probably one of the last things I need to deal with. Why not cook it with the magma at the bottom? As Blue said, it's finite, it's not renewable, so I've got a volcano here that I capped ages ago. I might as well do something with it. It's not to say I won't use this magma for something else, but one, it's a bore lake getting down here and digging it all out. It takes ages to get down here and dig it in itself. Two, I've got a volcano, and people have asked me to do it, so I'm doing it. Basically. I know, Mex. I know, buddy. It's a lot. I probably won't cook 3 kilos, though. At least not at a constant rate. So, if I do run it at like 3 kilos a second, it's because that's what I need to keep the pumps from overheating. Not so much because that's how much I need, if that makes sense. Okay. So, you need to be run down here. I'm going to need another switch here. Oh, a temp shift plate there. Could just do this one door in the middle, I suppose. That'd probably work best. I can cut off this. No, it's probably best just like this. I'm muttering to myself now. That shows you that I'm thinking. I'm thinking about stuff. I'm indecisive. I don't know where my things are. Fuck! So we'll have that there. We'll have another signal coming off here. So when this toggles on, that means oil's coming. So we'll slap a NOT gate in here. Toggle the heat as well. Ah! Didn't pay attention. Dug up a volcano this morning. Could have been funny if it wasn't right on top of the base and bedroom. Even more fun if I noticed it before the autosave. No, Vagune, no! Oh, that's not a good one. Oh no. Now I'd love to see life without a beard, or do I think I'd kill myself after seeing it? What the fuck? What's wrong with you? What a horrible thing to say. You horrible bastard. You kilt-wearing bastard. That's going to be my favourite thing. I'd forgotten I'd ever called you that, Blue. And now I stand by it with every ounce of me. I'd totally forgotten I'd ever said that. But I'm proud of myself that I did. Okay. Hey, I've made a meal out of this. But we're getting there. I've not decided what liquid I want to use on the top of the chamber yet. I've not decided. Slush water kind of makes the most sense. But on the same token, we do have another hot guys that's also full of germs that I could also be purifying at the same time. Maybe. Maybe. I'll do this door upright. This is going to be insulated tiles here anyway. Doesn't need to be insulated tiles actually. I'm trying to think how I'm going to build out of this build, by the way, guys. That's what I'm baffled with now. I need to be able to release this magma and get out of here. Thinking face. Thinking face. Right. I'm not going to be able to reach like this pipe, I've just realised. Oh my Christ, what's wrong with me? I'm not going to be able to reach some of this. But Alex. I might be able to if I put some more ladders in, but it's fine. Okay, so what I'm basically trying to do now is to figure out how I'm going to adjust the flow down here. I don't want this to be like an absolute shitload of magma comes through in one big hit. So I'm going to have one door here that's checking for a pressure on this side of things. And then another door here that just lets a little bit through. That way I'm sort of blocking off my magma in two different ways. It should work, I think. Again, kind of theory crafting this, but I think it should work. Whether we'll need power to these doors, I've not decided. But I should probably do it just to be safe. I can always put power in now. And it probably will make these middle intersecting doors a little bit more efficient. I mean, I boil I put less heat into my natural gas. I mean, this may not work at all, but you know, you've got to have a little bit of faith occasionally. As a wise man once said, aka George Michael, you got to have faith. We're going to need a big old circuit down here. Holy balls. Possibly can't reach some of this. Okay. We're getting somewhere near now. Dude, don't talk about faith. I thought you were an atheist. You can still have faith without being religious. Hasherin, how's it going, buddy? I should point out, by the way, somebody commented on one of my videos on YouTube when we were, the other night when we were talking about how I am an atheist, you know, and somebody commented on it saying you can't be a devout atheist. It's like I know that is the joke. That is the joke. Right. Okay.